Symbolism and iconography of Lakshmi. When you look at an image of Lakshmi for the first time, you might think, it's beautiful, it's radiant, it's elegant. But in reality, every color, every gesture, every object, every animal, every posture is a coded message. Lakshmi is not simply depicted, she is taught through her iconography. The image is a spiritual language. In this section, we will decode together everything that her iconography reveals, from the most obvious elements to the hidden symbols that even some practitioners are unaware of. 1. The lotus, rising above the chaos. Lakshmi is almost always depicted standing or sitting on a lotus. And this is not just a simple floral decoration. The lotus, in Hindu spirituality, represents purity, rebirth, and the ability to rise above difficulties. A lotus grows in the mud, but it remains clean. It grows in stagnant water, but it never allows itself to be touched by the dirt. Backhand index pointing right the message. You can be surrounded by chaos, doubts, problems, and yet still rise above them. Prosperity begins when you protect your mind from negative influences, just as the lotus protects its petals from the mud. Lakshmi embodies this ability to shine even in difficult times. She symbolizes happiness that does not depend on circumstances, but on your inner state. 2. The four arms, the balance of the four pillars of life. Lakshmi has four arms, which are not merely aesthetic. They represent the four goals of human life, called Purushartha, in Hindu philosophy. Dharma, ethics, duty, righteousness. Artha, material prosperity. Kama, desires and the joy of living. Moksha, spiritual liberation. These four dimensions must exist together, like the four legs of a table. If one is missing, life becomes unbalanced. Backhand index pointing right hidden message. Prosperity is only real when it is balanced. Having money without ethics? Unstable. Having pleasure without discipline? Ephemeral. Seeking spirituality while fleeing reality? Incomplete. Lakshmi, with her four arms, teaches that wealth is multidimensional. 3. The gold coins. Wealth must circulate. One of Lakshmi's most famous symbols is the gold flowing from her open hand, called the Varada Mudra, the gesture of giving. But this is not simply a sign of divine generosity. The gold coins symbolize fluid prosperity, the fact that abundance is a living, moving, dynamic energy. When you block it, through fear, hoarding, selfishness, it stagnates. When you allow it to circulate, through sharing, gratitude, intelligent investment, it returns even stronger. Backhand index pointing right essential message. Wealth is not a chest, but a current. It must circulate to remain alive. This is an economic, emotional, and spiritual lesson. 4. The two elephants, strength, stability, and a shower of abundance. Behind Lakshmi, you will often see two white elephants pouring water from jars or raising their trunks towards her. Why elephants? In the Indian imagination, the elephant represents quiet strength, stability, memory, solidity in actions and choices. But that's not all. The elephants pouring water recall a coronation ritual, the abhika, a ceremony where sacred water is poured on the head of a king or a divine being. Lakshmi is therefore presented as the one who blesses the world, but also as the one who is honored, revealing her royal dimension. Backhand index pointing right this symbol means abundance is not aggressive. It is stable, serene, and structured. It does not manifest itself in haste, but in constancy. 5. The colors red, gold, and sometimes pink. The colors associated with Lakshmi have a very specific meaning. Red, the color of energy, action, and vitality. It reminds us that prosperity is not passive. It requires movement, investment, and courage. Gold, the color of success, radiance, and value. It symbolizes purity of intention and wealth in the broadest sense. Pink, sometimes used in iconographic variations, it represents gentleness, beauty, love, and compassion. Backhand index pointing right together. These colors show that prosperity is a blend of energy, value, and harmony. 6. The mudras, Lakshmi's sacred gestures. Lakshmi often performs two main mudras. Varada Mudra, the gift. Her hand open forward symbolizes generosity, blessings, and openness to abundance. Abhya Mudra, protection. Her raised hand, palm open, symbolizes security, fearlessness, and confidence. Backhand index pointing right message. Lakshmi brings security and abundance. Prosperity can only flourish in an atmosphere of peace. 7. The jewelry, value, and enlightenment. Lakshmi often wears numerous jewels, bracelets, Crown, necklaces, earrings. These ornaments are not there to glorify material wealth, but to represent inner radiance, the spiritual glow that prosperity brings. Backhand index pointing right reminder. True wealth is that which illuminates the heart and mind. 8. The owl, a look of vigilance and discernment. It is often forgotten, but Lakshmi is sometimes accompanied by an owl. The owl symbolizes vigilance, clarity in darkness, the ability to see what others miss. This symbol reminds us that prosperity can be fragile if it is not accompanied by sound judgment. Backhand index pointing right message. Abundance must be accompanied by wisdom and prudence. Conclusion of the section. Lakshmi's iconography is not simply a work of art. It is a spiritual map. A map that explains how prosperity works, how it is balanced, how it enters a life, and how it disappears when it is abused. Lotus purity. For arms balance. Gold coins circulation. Elephants stability. Colors energy and harmony. Mudra's protection and blessing. Owl vigilance. Each symbol recalls a law of life. Lakshmi doesn't just teach how to attract abundance. She teaches how to become worthy of it.